Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the BF Club, which is, I think in America it's called the Rabbit. It's basically a VW Golf, so we're going to get this car customized and we're going to see what it looks like. For you guys, just in case you don't know, it came out as part of the 2020 summer DLC. So the car costs roughly about 1.2 million. And if you've watched my previous video, you'll know we're not going to waste time with things like armour. There's no point doing that. Bodywork is interesting. It kind of depends what options they have. What I'm going to do is try and sort of see if they've got sort of bumpers and things like that. If you've watched my previous video, you'll know I'm always have a gripe with rear bumpers. So let's see what kind of options they've got here. Nothing fantastic to be honest, but that full bumper does look quite nice. So let's see what we have. No, that's kind of sort of like Mark 1. That's a bit more like Mark 2 like. So let's add that on. Then we go down to the front bumpers and let's see what we've got here. There you go, that's looking a little bit better. Some good lines there. So full bumper there. As you can see, some of these bumpers are quite pricey. So, and again, there's not a lot of options here. I would say full bumper for this one. Come out of here and go straight to bodywork. And I know there's quite a lot of these sort of sticker bomb things. They don't seem to sort of do it for me. I don't know why. That doesn't quite work well either. I mean, you haven't got any of the carbon up front. I mean, I know you can do the carbon bonnet as well later, but in terms of bodywork, no, there isn't anything there. So we're not going to waste too much time there. Brakes, if you're going to race the car, I mean 20, 25, 35,000 pounds, it's a lot of money, especially if you're one of the guys that's had your account reset and you've barely got any money at all and you're thinking, well, I want this car kind of thing, then yeah, I wouldn't waste that kind of money on that. Engine upgrades, do the full upgrades. I've said this before, if you've got only level 1 or just only level 2 or 3, basically level 4 is not locked. It hasn't been unlocked. Don't do any of the upgrades. Only do upgrades once you've got level 4 unlocked. So we'll do that now. Exhaust is always a good one. You tend to get either a lot of varieties or very few. At the moment it doesn't give you a number at the top. It should say like 6 in brackets or a 9 in brackets, so you know there's 9 different exhausts. But blast pipe seems to be sort of the end one. Let's have a look. Let's see what they have. That's just sort of typical, it's kind of like a big bore exhaust type thing. Track exhaust looks quite nice. Wonder if they've got something a bit more meatier. Performance exhausts. Ah, that's a bit better. There we go. That's very, very much old school. Interesting they don't have any exhaust for the side. And no sort of twin pipe setups. Would have been nice to have had maybe a big bore on the left and a big bore on the right. I'll stick with that one. So big bore exhaust. Quick recap, we haven't done armour, there's no point. There's not much in bodywork that I saw that I liked, so I left that out. Brakes, too expensive, I don't see myself racing the car. Bumpers we've done. Engine we've done. Exhaust we've done. Let's have a look at fenders. We're looking at sort of wide arch body kit, something like that would be quite good. Let's see what we have. Now I'll stick with the stock fenders for now. Maybe come back to that later, we'll see. Headlight covers. That's all kind of rubbish. What I've noticed with some of the headlight covers, and I kind of noticed this with the Elegy, is once you sort of cover the front headlights like this, you can't remove that option again. It's like it vanishes from the customization menu. So if you guys know how to do that, then just make a little comment below. It'd be quite interesting. It'd be good if you could have turned this into a rag top as well, or as we call it here, a convertible. No, I don't think that option is going to be available. We'll have a look. Let's get through some of these options. I mean, nothing's really sort of saying, I would have preferred a Mark II Golf. That's probably just me. Growing up, seeing Mark II Golfs, wanting a Mark II Golf, and then GTA deciding to release a Mark I. Nothing really here, but I would like to put something down. Not that doesn't quite look right. Yeah, that's that kind of sort of deep fat fryer look, isn't it? Which, okay, let's leave that for now. Don't want to spend too much time on that. Headlights, I'm not going to bother with that. There's no point. Layouts, typical normal layouts, as you can see here, front, back, sides, and different sort of permutations of those, and we've got lots of different colours. I'm not going to bother with neon kits. Livery is always quite good. I kind of compensate for other parts of the car that fail, I guess. And it also masks maybe some ugly bits as well. Let's see what they have here. Nothing fantastic at the moment. No. It's kind of just going downhill, isn't it? I would say this is probably the closest you're going to get to something half decent. Interesting to see what it says there. I think it says Jackal at the bottom. So, again, it would have been nice if it said something else, sort of, you know, Club or something like that, you know, Jackal Club. It probably does, maybe I just can't see it, but let's put that down for now. Funny enough, when I look at that car, it just seems to look more sort of Fiesta-y. There's bits of it that kind of look like a Fiesta. We'll have a look at loss prevention. When you buy the car, you get both of these anyway, so there's no point respraying. Leave that to one side. Let's get down to the bottom and see what else we've got. Windows. I'd say a light smoke maybe, but to be honest, I don't know. Just it looks a bit silly having a big chunky guy in a small car like that. It's kind of like a clown car type look, so I'll leave it as none. Let's have a look. Let's see what spoilers. Let's see what we can do with the roof. No, that's all rubbish. No. So I don't think that's going to work. I think that kind of looks okay. Kind of sort of makes it look older. Kind of makes it look like maybe like a, I don't know if there's such a thing as a 70s Mark 1 Golf as opposed to the 80s Mark 1 Golf. But like I've said before, anything you can put that kind of makes it harder for people to shoot at you. What I would say is let's do the spoilers. Do the spoilers first and see what we have. That kind of looks okay-ish. Clearly haven't thought of the customizations. I mean, I would have preferred a wide body kit on something like this. And the Mark II Golf would have been a lot better. A lot better. Primary, let's have a look. No. Okay, I would say that. Let's do that for now. Let's go back to the roof and let's see how the sort of louvers, as it were, looks. It looks a little bit more flush at the top. The top one looks better. Let's put that in for now. So we've done that. Let's do sun stripes. Now this is interesting. Kind of makes it look a bit like a van. I haven't seen that kind of before. A Mark 1 Golf van. Yes, that looks nice. With a sun stripe as well. Yep, okay, I'm happy with that. Let's see if the wheels actually camber when it gets slammed. It looks like it is. Yep, they do. You can see they are cambering. Let's have a look at that, see? There we go. We don't want something too high, we don't want something too low. So something like that I think is... yeah, something like that's decent. Transmission, again, full race transmission. If you can afford it, turbo, full turbo. We're now left with wheels and a respray. Let's do wheels first. I'm going to quickly go through chrome, let's have a look. Oh, I am partial to these. They do look nice. We're just going to quickly have a flick through and see what kind of rims we have. That's kind of more American muscle. I wouldn't use those kind of rims. Stay away from those. Off-road. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't look good at all. Sports. Quick look. That looks nice. Kind of get the feeling that should be more on a Ford than a VW. I don't know. Certainly they would look nice on a BMW 3 Series. Here we go. Ah, there we go, they're nicely set in a bit, you can see that there. Okay, we're not going to buy those yet, let's just have a quick look and see. Just kind of sort of quick mental note of some of the sort of rims that we're going through. As you can see from here, the tyres do seem a bit fuller when we go to stock wheels. You can see they're not as chunky. As soon as you go down a bit, they kind of seem a bit fatter. Obviously, like I say, if you are one of the guys that have had your accounts reset, unless you're going to be sort of buying shark cards and things like that, or you're going to be there grinding out missions, or maybe you've got a friend who can help you, like, you know, call you into a casino heist or something and just give you like 70% of the take, you know, that would be a good 700,000. So 2 of those casino heists with your crew, with your mates, that's like 1.4 mil. You know, you could probably sort of get this car. As to being a level 1 or a low level and wanting to spend your money on this as opposed to something else, I mean, you know, it's questionable if you go ahead and buy this car when you've got very little money. It doesn't sort of do anything that, you know. So let's have a look at Street, because Street are the new sort of set of wheels that have come out. Yeah, that's kind of golfy, isn't it? That's that typical kind of golf look. Let's see what else we've got. I mean, I am mindful that these are sort of hitting around 35,000, some of these rims, so... I mean, look, I've got the money, it's 103 million, yeah, you know, you guys, oh, you're being a bit miserly, you know, £35,000, but, look, if I went and bought everything in the game and put the most expensive stuff on every single car, you know, the most expensive part and the most expensive option, you know, that amount will probably go down quite a bit. Now, to give you an idea, you know, I used to do like a 9 to 5 job, and then basically from, say, like 6 o'clock, quickly have dinner, 6 o'clock until midnight, Monday to Friday, every day for something like 2 or 3 months. And Saturdays was something like about averaging something like 10 hours, and we were looking at something like 6 to 8 hours on a Sunday, and this was continuous every day, week after week, for something like 3 months. So I've worked hard, but what I've done is I've also worked smart. I've set myself up basically a business in GTA where the game makes money for me. So, you know, 3 months of hard graft, playing GTA on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and now on PlayStation 4. You know, there's about 6 years worth of experience there. I've learnt my lessons of, you know, burning through cash. It doesn't quite sort of work for me anymore. This does look quite nice. I will keep that. I don't know, if you guys think another set of rims need to go on it, let me know. Tyre enhancements, I'll put bulletproof on there, because there's always going to be some idiot that's going to try and shoot your car, shoot your tyres. Sort of a chromey look would be quite good here. Let's see. Something like that. I don't know. We'll come back. Let's have a look at the... Did we do fenders? Ah, yes, we said we would come back, wouldn't we? Well, it certainly helps with the lines of the car, especially with the bumpers. A bit of, like, you know, continuity in the flow of the colours and stuff. Engines, exhaust, headlight covers. So we're going to do a respray. Let's have a quick look. I always tend to go for metallic, first option as it were, by default. Then I'll try and cut it in with pearlescent. It depends on the type of car and it depends on the kind of look. For me, Golfs tend to be, or in my mind, they tend to be black or red. Occasionally you'll see like white, and you will see like, you know, yellow and green kind of thing. And now and then sort of you'll see a purple one. That's kind of the colours for Golf for me. So I don't know what kind of colours will work with this Mark 1. Like I said, I was hoping for a Mark 2. Wine red does look, it's got that kind of red, but it's got the kind of black as well, and it does have a nice shimmer about it. I don't think I've got that many wine red cars. Let's have a quick look. We'll check all the colours out anyway, give you guys a bit of an idea, see what kind of options, we've gone through most of the options anyway, so let's have a look at the colour options, and then you can decide whether it's a car you want to buy for 1.2 million, and maybe spend about another, 300,000 maybe, 300,000 doing it up. That kind of sticks out, doesn't it? Well, I don't know, there's something about that, isn't it? There is something about it. Ice white. It's 1,300 quid. I'll put that down for now. Let's put it down. I'll Bagsy, as it were, that colour. Black doesn't sort of show off anything else on there. Let's go down to pearlescence, see if we can get a bit of a tint. We'll put it this way so you see if we can get any colour going onto it. Probably won't be because it's white. It's going to have to be a pretty dark colour. You can just see on the wheel arches. Let's get secondary colour. Let's do that metallic as well. Let's change that. Here's an idea. We can do these black. Get the continuity of the colours going. And it's a cheap, simple. Yeah, it's cheap, it's simple, does the job. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you can't really see much of a difference. Black is. That's it. We've done that, so we'll leave that. Let's go back to, what was it again? Fenders. Is it fenders? No. Well, there you go. See, it doesn't quite work. Well, not for me anyway. Headlight covers, quickly give that the once over. That kind of looks okay, but if you're driving and the lights don't turn on, which they don't in one of my cars because I put a grille across the front, then it's going to be difficult for you to see where you're going. Unless you obviously put neons or something down. Bodywork. Just give it a quick once over, you never know, it might be something that kind of works. No, there's nothing there. So we'll leave all that out. Headlight covers, hoods. Let's have a look at hoods again. See if there's something that clicks. No, there isn't, so we'll leave it at that. The roof. It's interesting. Must be some lag in the game. No, there's nothing there. And with a spoiler. No, doesn't seem to be anything there. That subtle spoiler seems to work a lot better. And then, yeah, I'm happy with that kind of van look. Let's see what happens if we drop it a bit more. That does look a lot better, doesn't it? I think we will drop it a little bit more. There we go. We've done transmission, we've done turbo, we've done wheels and window. So, yeah, that's basically my car. And let's see how much armour is. 50,000. What I would say with armour is, if you're going to basically like road rage, it's perfect for that. Yeah, put some armour on your car. I would always say don't get something like this. Get an American muscle car, something a bit weighty, a bit beefy, and a bit powerful. Put some armour on it, and then basically just drive around the map, smashing into sort of NPC cars and things like that. So yeah, that's this video done, and thank you very much for watching.